What's up everyone, it's Mark from SilencedTech, and today I have this awesome Intel 10600K build to showcase. It also has an amazing Gigabyte RTX 2060 Super inside and some super sleek white Dominator Platinum. The iQ220T RGB case I've used for this build is so compact I could hardly fit all of the components inside. I have some great recommendations coming up in today's video that I cannot wait to share with you.
I can see everything now, light shining over the crowd. I can see everything now, the new world changing. I can see everything now, light shining over the crowd. I can see everything now, the new world changing.
Okay everyone, kicking off today's video, I thought we would start off with the case and work our way inside. This iQ220T matches very well with the other 10900K build I featured recently on the channel. One drawback is there's not much headroom, which left me with no choice but to mount my 240mm rad at the front. Hopefully airflow won't suffer too badly. The overall dimensions are 395mm from front to back, 450mm from top to bottom and 210 across. Comparing it to my 10900K build, you'll get a better idea of how small this case really is. And here's how the system sounds under full load with all the fans set to 1500 RPM via iQ. So it's pretty quiet considering, as far as looks are concerned, much like the 678C, pictures online just don't do it justice. It looks so much better in person, and I'm hoping my B-roll shows how good the case can look. The PSU shroud goes all the way to the front, but I feel the gap up top kinda lets it down since it leaves the hard drive cage exposed. Plus I really wish the case was slightly taller so I could top mount my H100i Pro XT liquid cooler. If we take a closer look inside at the other components, I've picked some very high-end memory for this build. Corsairs sent 32GB of their new white Dominator Platinum RGB to feature in this video, but in reality you could get some much cheaper stuff or even a 16GB kit. Regardless, hands down this is the best looking DDR4 I've personally ever seen. The gold and white work so well together, and I could quite happily run this kit, and my whole PC for that matter, without any LEDs on whatsoever. I cannot get over how nice these actually look, and it seems everyone on Twitter strongly agrees with me. Currently I have them running at 3600MHz via XMP in the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G's BIOS. There's no need to change the memory timing, it's as simple as clicking a button to get the rated speeds. Right now these are priced at $121.99 US dollars or $124.99 UK pounds for a 16GB kit, which honestly isn't too bad at all, at least when you compare it to the limited edition stuff. Speaking of the motherboard I chose for this build, it's the Gigabyte Z490 Vision G, a more affordable option priced at $199.99 US dollars. And for that you still get all of the standards you'd expect from a higher end Z490 board, but you don't get any Wi-Fi. RIP. Luckily we still get 3 M.2 slots with one exposed right at the top, and in my opinion it lets the overall appeal of the motherboard down a little. There's triple PCIe 3.0x16x slots and 4 DIMM slots supporting speeds of up to 4400MHz in OC mode. On the back there's plenty of USB 3.2 ports, one Type-C, a dedicated HDMI and display port, and audio jacks, you name it, this board has it. Plus the board also has an integrated I/O shield, making installation much easier. Stefan will be pleased. I love that this motherboard is available in white as well as black. Honestly, I now wish I went with some white fans and a white H150i, but to be fair, a lot of this board's black PCB is still exposed, so it makes for a nice monochrome build, and I generally recommend to let all of the RGB LEDs do all the colours, then you can swap depending on your mood. Moving on, cooling Intel's i5-10600K is this stunning H100i XT from Corsair, and it will be more than enough to keep temperatures as low as possible, especially with the rad mounted at the front. Attached to that, and all around the case in fact, are these 6 stunning LL series 120mm fans. The 220T case comes included with 3 SP120 RGB fans at the front, and the H100i does come included with another 2 non-RGB fans, so you don't necessarily need these LL series fans straight away. They could be a nice little upgrade you could pick up later on down the road. And lastly, the PSU, as always I chose an RM850X in stunning white. Right, let's talk about the 10600K. I will have a full performance video coming up, comparing it and the 10900K to the best AMD has to offer. For now, I will say this is a monster for gaming, even with its aging architecture. Intel has some brilliant minds working for them. God only knows how they're capable, or still capable, of keeping that mainstream gaming performance crown. Priced at $260 US, Intel's 10th gen Core i5 comes with 6 cores and 12 threads. The Comet Lake processor is clocked at 4.1 GHz base and 4.8 GHz boost. Intel also offers a chip at $237 US if you pick up the KF model. The i5 comes with enough performance to take on the previous gen 9700K. This should be a very popular CPU indeed. Overclocking was a very simple process. I dialed in a 5.2 GHz overclock by increasing the voltage to 1.37 volts, and while testing with Cinebench R20 I got a multi-threaded score of 3831 and a single threaded score of 527. Stress testing with IDA64 CPU temperatures never went above 79 degrees Celsius. Fairly impressive since the build is so small, let alone 5.2 GHz from an i5. I believe I might be able to push the CPU even further, we'll see in my final review. As far as overclocking the Gigabyte RTX 2060 Super Gaming OC, I comfortably added another 80 MHz on the core and 500 on the memory. Using Heaven Benchmark I got a score of 2755 at 1920 by 1080 and temps never went above 69 degrees Celsius. Very impressive. Now let's move on to some gaming benchmarks and test the overall performance. This system during these tests will be GPU bound, mainly because this is a PC build video and not a CPU review. I am planning on running CPU benchmarks on both the i5 and i9 a little later on in my full review. Honestly, with the current situation, it's just absolutely killing me. I can't make content at home because the kids are off from school 24/7. It will hopefully be all rectified very soon. Let's roll those benchmarks. Whoa, honestly I wasn't expecting this much performance from a PC costing $1,600 US. Sure, that's a lot, but it will smash all of the latest games at ultra settings no trouble at all. A lot of these parts will last for years to come, and overall there's not many drawbacks to having such a small compact PC like this. It would make a great main PC, plus it can be easily transported to events, LAN parties or in front of a television set. In some ways she's the perfect PC. Stepping back, I'm very happy with how it looks overall. I may paint the front shroud white soon and switch to a different filter to finish off the build and give it a custom look. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed my 10600K PC build. Coming up next I will have a full review of the 10600K and Intel's 10900K. See you all very soon. My name's Mark from SilencedTech. Goodbye.